right, looks like we're live. Happy Snowcoming Friday, Trojans. Welcome to Between Two Terns. I am filling in for Mr. DeKaiser today because he was unable to make it. And my guest today is Whitmore Lake Public Schools Athletic Director, Brad. How'd you say it? Brad McCormack. Can I just call you Bradley?
Sure.
All right.
That works.
Thanks, Bradley. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
All right. So it is Snowcoming Friday today. Can you give us the details of the games and festivities today?
So the girls varsity will play at 5:30. The boys will play at 7. There'll be a ceremony to introduce the court in between games for about 10 minutes. You might be able to elaborate on that a little bit since you're school president and all. So,
Right. No.
So why don't you
Elaborate?
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So, Snowcoming Court, the student body elects representatives from each grade, and we also have 3 queen candidates and 3 king candidates on the senior class, so you'll see who wins king and queen. Can you tell me, how long have you worked for Whitmore Lake Public Schools, and what really drew you to?
So my wife and I moved to Ann Arbor in March of 13, I believe, and I started here in 14 at some point, so I've been here for about 4 years. Started in community rec and transitioned into athletics. Grew up in a small town, loved the small town feel very much at home here in Whitmore Lake.
Small town, big dreams, right?
Small town, big dreams.
All right,
Yep.
good. And what would you have to say is your favorite part about Trojan athletics?
You know, I've been asked that question a lot, and I think my generic answer is pretty much everything. I love the athletic atmosphere. I love the competition. I love watching the student athletes grow. I just like being a part of the process of athletics.
That's a great answer. And how are our winter sports going?
We're doing okay. I think from a basketball perspective, our records aren't where we hoped they would be at this point, but kids are working hard. I really appreciate how hard they work. I stop in and practice, and I see them pushing themselves every single day. I love how hard the girls play on the floor for every loose ball. They get better every single game, which is what I want to see. Boys are equally, they're playing just as hard. Need to improve our free throw shooting.
Always room for improvement.
Absolutely,
Always.
absolutely. Our wrestling team is having some success, so that's good to see. And our competitive cheer team, very inexperienced, but they've gotten better every single meet. So
That's what we want to hear.
We're headed in a good direction, I think.
Go Trojans. Earlier, I came and talked to you about this interview and said, please don't bring up Brad McCormack dress-up day.
I believe I did say that, yeah.
What would you do if I did?
Next question.
Okay. All right. Tell us about the upcoming game at Little Caesars Arena.
Yes. The game at LCA, very exciting. So we started working on the game at Little Caesars Arena about a year and a half ago, before the Pistons actually made that their home facility. My conversations with them started when it was at the Palace, and then just based on the distance between us and Auburn Hills, I decided to kind of go away from it. They moved to Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit, so those conversations started again. The games will be played on February 23rd. The girls will play at 11:30. The boys will play at 1:30. It'll be a conference game for us.
AM and PM, right?
Well, AM and PM, yes. Thank you.
Thank you
for clarifying.
Just want to make it clear to our
Appreciate
viewers,
it.
of course.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be a conference game. We'll play Clinton, and should be a lot of fun. We'll also have the band. The band will also be playing. They will get 2.5 minutes on the court before the Pistons game, so that's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
How can we get the tickets?
Through me. As of right now, I have 26 tickets left.
Wow.
We purchased 266 tickets, and we have 26 tickets as of today.
Wow.
Yep, Clinton has sold 225.
That's so cool. I'm going. I can't wait.
I will definitely do that.
All right. So winter sports, we're a little bit past the halfway point. So what can we expect for spring sports?
I expect big things. We look to have strong softball numbers, which will be nice. We lost a lot of seniors on our baseball program, so we've got a lot of young talent coming up that needs to get some experience. And track team, I'm looking forward to watching them. Not really sure about lacrosse at this point, but it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Any other things you want us to know in regards to Whitmore Lake Athletics, Whitmore Lake Community Rec?
Well, I encourage everybody, all of our youth, to look at our rec programs for sure. Lots of very good offerings, adult programs as well. I do want to know something for spring sports that I don't know is public knowledge at this point, but our baseball and softball teams will be playing at U of M on May 14th at 8. It was specifically for your parents.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out mom and dad. So say I'm a community member, right? I love Whitmore Lake. Love Whitmore Lake Athletics. How can I support Whitmore Lake Athletics? Like, what can I do to put my support out there?
Well, we're always looking for members to join the Athletic Association. You can contact myself or Tim Hula, Chris Romine, Steve Stepanovsky, Jen Lamont are all members right now, so you can speak with them about getting involved. You can participate in our golf outing that'll be this August, which will be fun again. Yep, the hat is from there. I mean, we're always looking for advice or suggestions on how we can do things better, how we can improve things. So contact me. My door's always open.
All right, so now it's part of the interview where we're gonna, this quote is trademarked by me. We're gonna turn the tables.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So now this is the part of the interview where you're gonna ask me any questions that you have.
Am I limited to one question, or
No,
I've got several?
Well, there are people watching.
Yeah. Okay. First question. You are very, very involved in, well, pretty much everything.
Okay.
So what is your motivation? What's your drive to be as involved in the community, the school, etc.?
That's a good question. So and I think I've just grown to know a lot of people, and kind of people would just say, hey, come out and try this, hey, come out and try this, and I just always have. And I've just grown to love everything. So I want to get, before my high school career ends, I want to get the most out of it.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. What type of advice, to kind of piggyback off your answer there, what type of advice would you give other students, whether it's your peers or incoming freshmen, kids in our elementary?
Yeah, I definitely just say, just do it, like, go out and try something new. The great thing about a small high school is that there's so many opportunities for everyone to get involved, Other larger high schoolers, you can't do as much as you can here. And so I think, take advantage of that, Take advantage of what you can make out of high school.
You only get it once.
Only one time.
Mm-hmm.
121 days left.
Who's counting?
Senior year. I am. So, any more questions for me?
No.
All right. Well, the Snowcoming games are tonight. We will crown the king and queen between the girls and boys game. Girls is at 5:30. Boys is at 7 p.m.
Correct. p.m. Thank you.
The dance is tomorrow for high school students. And do we have any questions, comments? No questions or comments? All right. Well, you guys can still send them in. We'll answer them later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
We're so glad.
Where else would I be?
Nowhere. So, and then we'll be back on Friday, February 9th with news and notes from Mr. DeKaiser. Thank you.